One of the things that I have learned is to stop controlling or trying to control everything when it comes to building a business. And in this video, I want to specifically talk about trying to control um, how many people enroll in your course or come to your course or come to your webinar, or maybe even trying to control how many people are purchasing your product. Specifically, what I experienced yesterday was I caught myself trying to control, and I realized that it's taking a lot more energy than 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 it would to focus on another area in my business when it comes to controlling something that we have no control over, such as how many clients we get. So, my name is Velia. Welcome to my channel, Stumbling Towards Success. And this is where I discuss all of my business challenges and mistakes and what I'm learning from them. And essentially, I'm learning to harness the entrepreneurial energies for growth and self leadership. So, last night I do offer courses in my business model, and I want to do them. I want to offer them as recorded courses, but that's taking me a long time to develop the recorded courses and editing them. I wish it wasn't, but it has, and I'm tired of editing. And so I don't want to edit right now. And so instead, I decided to offer my course for free to several people. And so it's been a really good experience to do that for many reasons. I have the energy, and I have the excitement to share what I know, and I want to help people. So I feel like it's a good, I feel aligned in doing it. It makes me feel good to think about doing it, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So that's what I mean by aligned. Um, I've had it for 3 weeks, but the third week, the third class that I held, I was really hoping to get more people. So I did have to market something that's free. I went into some Facebook groups, and I also emailed a friend who forwarded the invitation to other people. So I did have to market this free class, which I thought was a really good, it's a free weekly meeting, basically, a free weekly Q&A. And it's a really good exercise to do this because it is giving me practice to market, which is something I don't know how to do. And it's not something I want to do. I really resist doing it, and it's forcing me to do it. So it's really good. Um, and so I would like to start this group. I would like to have them start working on a course, but I don't have consistent people showing up. And so I started to notice last night, well, actually a week prior to this meeting, I started to get really nervous. I started to feel like I wasn't offering enough. And, and I already presented twice to a bunch of strangers. So I didn't understand why I was getting so nervous. And I guess I was kind of withholding information because I didn't want to give too much if the clients aren't going to be consistent. So that's something I have no control over. If people who are attending my webinar or my weekly meeting, if they're not coming consistently, I have no control over that. And that's what I was focusing on. I was focusing on how can I get people to come consistently. That's not something I can fix today. That's something that I'm going to see over time. So each time I show up to the meeting, I'm going to be able to determine if this person is coming consistently or if this person is coming consistently and how consistently. So I'm trying to control something that hasn't even unfolded yet, which is trying to get people to come in to stay to be consistently coming to this Q&A. So I have no control over that. And I realized that I was trying to control that. And so I withheld information that I could have shared with them. I withheld some tools, and I really should have just given them whatever I was called to give them in the first place. And so the other thing I noticed was that um, it really didn't. It affected my energy last night. It affected my energy in presenting the information because I was so unsure. There was a part of me that was trying to control this, and another part of me that was like, don't control this. You don't have to control this. And I really just didn't know what to do. I was basically just kind of free falling with it. And because I was free falling, I made some mistakes. I just made some mistakes as far as like the fact that I could have delivered a little bit more. I could have given them more value. And all in all, I did fine. The meeting lasted for an hour, and the participants may or may not come back. But a part of me wanted to kind of beat myself up for making those mistakes. I definitely faced that thought of arguing with myself about, why did you make those mistakes? Why didn't you just give it your all? Or why didn't you try harder to get more people in? You could have done more work. You could have done more marketing. And so what I ended up realizing in the end was that when it comes to trying to control how many people are going to show up, how many people are going to purchase and stay committed, how many people are going to purchase, let's just say that. I'm not selling anything in this course, but even how many people are going to purchase from an event or from a webinar. Or how about like even what affected me was how many people are going to consistently show up? How many people are going to apply my course so I can get feedback? I have no control over any of this. And by last night, I didn't feel very good. Like I felt like crap. I was just like, man, I just wish it didn't go the way it did. But it really wasn't that bad. Again, it wasn't the end of the world. So you might be hearing me say that frequently on my videos. It wasn't the end of the world just because I made that mistake. And I think when it comes to learning how to be a self-leader and learning how to harness the energies for harness the entrepreneurial energy for growth. When it comes to that, we have to be able to know when to first of all, how to talk to ourselves. Are we punishing ourselves? Are we judging ourselves? But we have to also know when to pick our battles with ourselves too. And so I think the battle that I ended up dropping was, I can't control this. I can't control what other people do, what they decide to do, or how much they participate in my courses. I can't control any of that. So why am I doing that? It is it's a endless battle. It is an endless battle. And instead, I decided the only thing I can control is giving them the best value that I can give them in each session and each time I present this information. No matter who shows up, no matter if they show up again, no matter if they consistently show up, no matter if they pay for it later, no matter if they give me feedback. That's what I learned, and I think I'm going to go with it. It just sounds like more logical because I have control over this, whereas the other stuff I don't have control. So that's what I'm learning, I think. And I'm going to test this out, and we're going to see what happens. And I'll try to make another video on that to keep you updated on how that worked out. All right. Well, I hope you have a wonderful evening. And always keep in mind that if you are, if your business is stressing you out, then there's no point in having it, because you're not going to be able to enjoy it even in the end, because you might have stressed your body out too much. So if it's not, what am I trying to say here? I'm trying to come up with a slogan here. If your business is stressful to build, then you've created a job. Let's just go with that. I've heard that one before. If your business, something like that, if your business is too stressful or is stressful to build, then you've just created a job or another job. I don't know. Whatever. I don't care. I give up. Have a good night. Bye bye.